Hey everybody, welcome to What's New at Always in Stitches week of September. Gosh, the end of September. We're wrapping it up, Peter. It's almost the end of the month. It'll be October here before we know it. We had the fall officially has started and you can feel it. It's cool in the air out there. Peter's got his long sleeve shirt on and wearing his hat, trying to stay warm. We haven't turned the heat on yet quite in the store. It's always a game, you know, how soon do you turn the heat on? Because it's warm enough in the day, you turn it on, then you get hot in the afternoon, you turn on air conditioning. At least that's what happens in Indiana. You can turn on the heat, the air conditioning, all in the same day, depending on what the weather does. But we're here in the shop. Come on, Betty, walk on through. You can photobomb. Here she comes. Betty's coming back from lunch right now. So, make sure you look all good. Come here. Oh, jeez. You should see her in the background. Come here. Get in the picture. Don't just stand there. This is Betty. Hi. Y'all know Betty if you've been coming in the shop. She's one of our lead people here. So when there's problems, she's the one you want to talk to. And when things are good.
Or if there's a problem, maybe she's the one you don't want to talk to.
Maybe you don't want to talk to. Yeah. We don't have problems in the quilt store, do we? No problems. Okay, so I'm kind of almost halfway back to the back of the store, right by where our books are. We have got a bunch of kits here, and these kits are lovely. There's not a thing wrong with them. Perfectly good fabric, beautiful kits. They're 25% off right now, which is an incredible savings. Kits, the way they're put together, usually fabric's a little bit less than per yard, and this would certainly reflect that. As far as the price point is an additional 25% off. So like this Denims and Daisies, this is a beautiful quilt. Oh my gosh, tons of fabric in here. It includes the pattern and everything to make a 66 by 72 pattern. This is a beautiful quilt. I've seen it done. This one too, here's one from Thatched Traditions. Look how pretty that is. Look at all those blues. I tell you what, when we have kits like this, even if you don't like the pattern that's in it, particularly with this fabric, it's worth buying the kit just to get the fabric because it's such a good deal. So there's lots to pick from here. If you're interested and you're not able to come into the store, call Deborah and talk to her. Peter, you did a reel on this, didn't you too?
Yeah.
On the Facebook group?
Yeah.
Is it Insiders, I think, or maybe the regular page?
The regular page.
Regular page. So there's a reel you can look through and see what's here. This Robin Pickens one is especially pretty. Super bloom. That's really pretty. I love that too. So if you're interested in these, they are 25% off. Get them while they can, get them while they last, and great deal on that. And then the other thing we do, and I've talked about this before, is we have Quilts of Valor. We support Quilts of Valor, and we have people who donate fabric and all kinds of things, and they're done with it. And rather than us send it to a landfill, or some of the things we can pass along to other organizations that are not for profit in order for them to make projects that they either sell or they give away or whatever. So we're not making any money off of anything that's ever brought into the shop like that donated. But what we do is if we can sell it rather than find a home for it to give it away, we take all the proceeds from that, and right now those proceeds are going to Quilts of Valor. And this just was donated to sell for Quilts of Valor. I want you to see this. Look at this. This is a Tula Pink kit, pining for you. I think it's a pineapple quilt that she had a few years ago. It is a beautiful quilt. There's 12 1/3 total yards of fabric in here, and it's some of her older pieces. So when you look at the kit, it's going to have some fabric you might not be able to buy on the bolt anymore. This kit we're going to sell for $150, and all the proceeds will go to Quilts of Valor. If you want it, you better order, contact Deborah right away. By the time this video goes out, it may already be sold. But I wanted to tell you guys about it because this is a bargain and a half. So that's definitely below what the retail price was on this quilt when it sold originally as a complete kit. And right now, some of these fabrics you cannot get anymore. They're out of print. So if you want the proceeds to go to Quilts of Valor, which is what we'll do with that money, you can call and order it online, or on, not online, you can order over the phone. And it'll also be on our sales floor. So first come, first serve on that. We've only got one. So that's a special deal. The other special deal that we're going to be running, and we're going to run it just through the end of September. So that's just maybe another week and a half at the most. We're going to run a $99 special on our sewing machine service and cleaning. So if you bring in your basic sewing machine, this does not include embroidery machines, it does not include sergers, it does not include long arms. But if you have a basic domestic sewing machine, just a straight sewing machine, bring it in right now. You can get it in line and we'll do it for $99, which is $60 off of our regular price for our service and cleaning. We do this a couple times a year to try and get you guys ready for the times a year that you tend to be sewing. We see summers a lot of times you sew, get ready for 4-H and all that, and now we're getting into that holiday season where you're going to be sewing again. So we want your machine in tip-top shape. It's super important to get those machines serviced every year. If you're not getting them cleaned every year, then it would be like having a car that you never change the oil in, and we know that won't work. Actually, I know it won't work. When I was about 20 years old, I had a car that I didn't change the oil in for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, and all of a sudden it just stopped. It wouldn't run anymore, and I couldn't figure out why. The people picked it up and they're like, "You silly girl, you have to change the oil." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" So please don't get in that situation, because you want your machine to run tip top, and that's one of the best things you can do to have a nice project when you're done. Your materials matter. You know, use the best needles you can afford, use the best thread you can afford, use the best fabrics you can afford. With any hobby, the tools that you use really make a difference on how your project's complete. So $99 through the end of September. That means if you come in October 1st, that discount will not apply. So you have to get it here on or before October 1st, okay? So you got till the end of September. It's only about 10 days to get those machines in the door, dropped off in our service department, and they'll get you hooked up. We've got 2 full-time service technicians, and they love cleaning sewing machines, so bring them in so they can get some work done on them. Okay, that's all I'm going to tell you right now. We're going to go look at fabric, because yummy, yummy, did we get some fun fabric. Let's go see what's up there. Yummy! Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. I would even call it radiant. What do you think, Peter?
I love it, but I don't know what to call it.
It's called Radiant. It's from the Moda company.
Oh, is it Moda?
It is Moda. Isn't that funny?
I didn't think that was Moda.
This is Moda. This is Moda. This is Moda, and it's called Radiant. And I saw you put it on the design wall the other day and take a picture of it. I know you were jonesing on it.
Yep.
It's just lovely. I'm seeing a bag out of this. I'm seeing a wall hanging. I tell you what, this is such a lovely quality. You could actually buy just a picture frame, stick it on there and hang it on the wall. I mean, this is art. This is art in the truest sense. And that's because of the lady who's created it. So this is from the Moda company. If you're looking on our website to order it, it's called Radiant. And it's designed by, and I'm going to look her name because I want to say it correctly, Amaryllis Henderson is the designer. She's fairly new to the Moda company.
Is amaryllis a flower, by the way?
It is. It's a Christmas flower. It's one that you buy the bulb and you can force it to bloom at Christmas time. I had to do that this year. I haven't done that for a while. Of course, my little terrorist kitty would probably eat the flower, so it wouldn't get there. But anyway, Amaryllis Henderson, she was born in Puerto Rico, and she lived all over the United States, and her art, that's what inspires her art. And you can see that kind of tropical influence in this beautiful piece. Look how pretty that is. That's got my name right all over it. I love that. And then here's a pretty purple one, but this is just a vibrant fabric. And her art is already seen in ceramics, and let's see, what else did it say? Ceramics, paper goods, and home decor. So you may have heard of Amaryllis Henderson, or you may have already seen her in other modalities. But look at this. Oh, I love that. So stack and whack, if you've ever done a thing where you cut it up and then put it back together again, this would be lovely in a stack and whack quilt. It would really do some pretty things. But look at this pink. Look how pretty that is. Now, this is not directional, but be aware it's got a kind of a pattern to it. Look at this one. Oh, she's got another print. So what I showed you in black, here it is in white. So you could go either way with that if you wanted to, the lighter background. I kind of like the black background better. I mean, this is lovely, but I do like the background in black better. It really makes those colors, those bright colors pop. Okay. Looky here, we got ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Love the alphabet. What's she playing? Flower, 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 love, love, love. So she's got words on there. A lot of you like words in your quilts. I agree. I think they're fun. Good for kids for I Spy stuff.
Now I'm in search of something else.
So there we go.
I was
That.
in here.
Here it is in black. Oh, this goes all the way around, Peter. This goes all the way around this rounder.
Oh,
Look
I
at
know. I
this.
was
Here it is in the
buying
black background.
You have the collection over here.
Love that. And here's a green.
But anyway,
I really like the
I
green.
think it
How
must
pretty
have
the
been
green
back when
is.
you have the two-
That's for Dawn. Today's Dawn's birthday. Wishing Dawn a happy birthday today.
And I loved it.
And
the
look at this
collection is
one.
called Begins with Mom.
Pretty.
And on Etsy.
So
I
again,
found
this is called
very
Moda
good
Radiant if you're shopping on our website. Amaryllis Henderson is the designer. Brand new gal. And here is a price tag that got lost. I have to figure out where that goes. But anyway, love this fabric. I think it's really, really pretty. She's done a really nice job with it. Okay, this is going to be kind of easy because the next one is just right beside it. Let's go right here.
And I think it'll be
So we have our
usually I make
fun little
also made it pretty
Maggie. If you've met Maggie Hopel, she's in our store usually. But right now, she's on a trip abroad through her school, and she's in Ireland. So Maggie loves frogs, and I've got to figure out how to send a fat quarter of this to her in Ireland
It'll take me a
somehow.
while to get back.
Look how pretty this is. Isn't this just beautiful? I love these little frogs. They're so happy. And Maggie would love this fabric. When it came in, everybody on staff said, oh, we need Maggie here. She's the one who writes our jokes. If you come in and you see the jokes hanging up, that's a Maggie thing. So this is really, really cute. I think this is going to do well as well. This is from the Blank Quilting Company. It's called Night Serenade. Look at the fishes. Now these are directional fishes. They are going one way, and they're also all facing the same way, so you want to get those directional. But look how pretty those are. What fun. And here is dragonflies, if you like dragonflies. That's fun. I love that aqua in the background. It's kind of a pretty color. This has a nice hand to it, too. The texture of the fabric is really a nice density. It's not flimsy at all. Oh, and look at the lily pads. Lily pads. And that's, what's that flower called? I guess it's not a lily. It's the
A
flower.
water lily.
A water lily. There you go. See? Peter's a good resource right there.
I'm not even a master gardener.
Oh, but you're good. You know. Oh, look at the stripe. Okay, look what they did on the stripe. They printed it diagonally. So if you're kind of anxious about doing bias binding, you can cut this straight and it'll still look like bias binding. You don't get quite the same durability as you do with bias binding, but you will get the design element, which is fun. And, okay, this is the ladybugs. I love ladybugs. Look how cute they are. It's a ladybug picnic. Do they have ladybugs everywhere? I wonder if Hildegard's
I don't
watching.
know.
Hildegard, talk to us. Do you have ladybugs in Germany?
They have ladybugs in New Zealand.
In New Zealand? Yeah, we got our gal who watches from New Zealand. Yeah, some of y'all, do y'all have ladybugs? I know not everybody has lightning bugs. We have lightning bugs that, their butts light up, which is quite an honor to be able to say your butt lights up, right? Okay, so that is from the Blank Company. It's called Night Serenade, and it is. It's dragonflies and ladybugs and fish and stuff like that. So that's a fun line. I'm really liking that a lot. I see a lot of potential for that. Here's my clipboard. Got to figure out where I'm going next. Okay. Hang on to your hat. Wait till you see what's coming up next. We got to go to the front.
Yeah, but it's right here on top. Okay, yeah.
All right, here we come. Look at this one. How many of you remember Sunbonnet Sue? Isn't that cute? So Heather Briggs, who is My So Quilty Life is the name of her company, but she is the designer. Delightful lady, just the sweetest soul. And Lenine and I were at the Moda headquarters in Dallas in June, and we got to spend a week with her. She was one of the designers there that we worked with, and just had the sweetest conversations with her. She's so creative, such a great energy in our industry. She's bringing that younger demographic into our fold. But isn't it funny? She's younger and she's using an old classic pattern. So everything old is new again. Sunbonnet Sue was around in the 30s and 40s. Very, very popular. You saw a lot of Sunbonnet Sues. We have some Sunbonnet Sue quilts in the back in our vintage collection. But this is the Sunbonnet Sue line. It's from the Moda Company. It's called Sunbonnet. One word, Sunbonnet, if you're looking for it on the website. And this just is so, so pretty. You got this beautiful pinky peachy color with a little bit of teal, and then she does the entire line again in teal. Now we have a lot of this fabric. There's a lot of SKUs in it, and that's because it makes a lot of fun little things to have little fussy cuts. This is one, if you want a little bit of everything, a fat quarter bundle would be a great option. So call in and talk to Deborah if you want to get a fat quarter bundle set. But oh my gosh, look how fun these blend with each other. I love the peach with the aqua. There's also a little bit of green in here. Look how that pops against that peach too. I mean, it's just such a pretty colorway. Such delicate, dainty prints. There's some nice ginghams in here if you're looking for gingham. There it is in kind of a darker pink. This is more of a pinky pink. It's also down here in the teal and the green. Nope, no gingham in the green, just gingham in the kind of teal color. Gosh, that's pretty. Such fun. Little strawberries and flowers. And look at this one. This one even looks like it's been cross-stitched. How fun is that? Looky here. So if you're doing a cross-stitch spinach, this would be a really good one to put around your cross-stitch pattern. So really, really fun. And I think it does look a little bit like a strawberry there. And then here's one with just hats. Look at the hats. How cute are they? Hats. Sunbonnet Sue's hats. There you gotta have. Now there was a little boy that went with Sunbonnet Sue, and I don't remember his name. Staff? No. They're over there rattling their heads. Sunbonnet Sue and something Joe, I think.
G.I. Joe?
No, not G.I. Joe. I don't know. So somebody comment, because I know somebody on this
Was
watching.
it Ken? Ken?
No, with Ken, that was just an accessory for Barbie. He was
Oh.
not like necessary. Y'all know that, right? So Barbie had everything she needed in the world, and she was around for 20 years, and then they went, oh, maybe we should make something to go with her, and they made Ken. He was only an accessory. He really wasn't necessary. Okay.
Wasn't that long.
Was it that long?
No, because my very first Ken had this really fuzzy little hair.
Oh, so Ken was early.
Ken was pretty.
Was
Ken
he early?
Probably early 60s.
Betty, who can remember, says
Because
Ken was
I
around
bought
before
the
that.
very first Barbie doll.
Yeah, you had the very
I
first Barbie.
saved my money, and she was $2 and something.
Aw.
And we walked to Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin in Tipton.
No, in Indianapolis.
In Indianapolis.
21st in Arlington.
Oh my gosh. So Betty's, if you couldn't hear, she bought her first
I remember
Barbie. She
that
saved her
day.
money and bought her first Barbie when
I
she
was
when she was a
probably-
kid. And she said he had a Ken too. So I don't know.
I was probably 7.
7? That's been a few years.
Did you roller skate
It
there?
was in the 50s.
Did you roller skate there?
It was
Did
in
you
the
roller
50s.
skate
No, we
there?
walked. Well, maybe. Maybe my mom would have walked. Yeah, because she didn't drive.
Yeah. Well, that's when we walked everywhere. I remember walking to the store every day. That's how you did things back in the day. Anyway, if you remember a Barbie or a Ken, or if you remember Sunbonnet Sue's
Or a
friend,
G.I. Joe doll?
or a G.I. Joe. Well, they weren't dolls. You got a lot of trouble if you called G.I. Joe a doll. I mean, really, come on. He was an action figure.
Oh, G.I. Joe action figure.
G.I. Joe action figure. You can't call G.I. Joe a doll. Hello, that's totally wrong. Okay, so this is my So Quilty Life from the Moda Company. Heather Briggs is the designer. You so want to get on this page. It's lovely, lovely fabric. We have not yet received our pre-cuts on it, which is a little backwards. Usually we get them the other way around. When we get the pre-cuts, we'll have patterns. So on the next What's New, when we come around to getting those in, I'll be sure and show those to you as well. And then the next thing we're going to go look at is what's called Thatched. So let's go take a peek at that. All right, guys, I'm over in our solids area, and these are just a portion of fabrics that we just got in. And these are originally, look how pretty those are together. I mean, look at that. I just randomly picked those, and man, I would put those 3 together in a quilt in a heartbeat. These are from the Moda Company. Again, Moda. It was a big week for Moda at our shop this week. And these are called Thatched. T-H-A-T-C-H-E-D. Thatched. Got a lot of T's in there. But anyway, this fabric is a great tone on tone. Again, this is another one. I'm always telling you guys, you need stuff in your stash to kind of have your basics. This would be a great basic. We actually, Robin Pickens, these are kind of heavy. Robin Pickens designs cross-stitch patterns. And so These all correspond with the colors of her cross stitch patterns. So we've cut some fat quarters out of these thatched. We've put them in the back area where our cross stitch is. So if you're working on finishing a cross stitch project, you want to make it into a pillow, or you need a little trim to go around it before you put it in a picture frame. These are going to blend with what Robin has created in the cross stitch area, and they're wonderful. They're a good basic. I love their tone on tone quality. A great hand, again, because from the Moda Company. And I think we got about a dozen, maybe 15 or maybe 18 bolts of thatched that we've blended into our color wall. So last week I talked to you about our blender walls that have printed patterned fabrics that are not just one color. But this week I'm over in what's called our blender wall, or our solids. And it's not just solids, it's also our tone on tones. And again, when you're creating a quilt, one of the things you want to think about is like a musical score. So if I'm listening to a song, any song that you listen to has very busy times in the song and very quiet times in the song. And that's to let your ear get a rest. You need to do the same thing when you're making a quilt. If your quilt is busy, then your eye doesn't have a chance to rest and really enjoy the other subject matters that you've created within your quilt. There's an exception to that. Tula and Kaif kind of take that and put it on its ear. But generally speaking, when you're working with a quilt, you want areas for your eyes to rest, and you want areas that your eyes are going to be drawn to. And that's why you want solid or solidish fabrics, so that you have those basically rest notes in your quilt. So be sure whenever you're creating something, you've got enough color variation that gives you some kind of relaxing time as well in your quilt. Unless you're Tula and Kaif, and then that's a whole nother discussion we could have at a different time. So in the solids area, don't miss thatched. It's a great set of fabrics that you want to look at. And now we're going to go have somebody tell you a little bit about cross stitch and how to use these.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Nancy from Always in Stitches, and wanted to share with you some finishing supplies for you with the Robin Pickens patterns, the cross stitch patterns. Some of you may know Robin Pickens from a fabric designing or possibly a pattern designing area, but she also does cross stitch patterns. She has just recently started that, and I met her at market, and she was a lovely lady and had some great things. So on her pattern covers, you will see how she floats her pattern, her finished piece, on top of a fabric in a frame. It's a very easy finish to do. It's just a flat fold finish. But looky here. We have the fabric to go on the back. So you can finish your pieces just like this. So the orange, this shows up a little more red, but I think that the orange blends real well with it. Look at this one, the autumn. And she just added some fun buttons on the sides. You can embellish the pieces as much as you want. That one was for Dawn. Here's a beautiful blue to go with the Blue Jay one. And sweater weather, that is so hard to say. Sweater weather, springtime florals. Look at that bright green. And if you do it on this green, they both pop. So don't worry about them blending in. This one, the cross stitch piece is right here in the center, and then there's two strips, the top and the bottom. And she uses a medium blue and the navy blue. And this is a line called Thatched. But she goes beyond that. Sometimes when she has a different line coming out that she'll design a cross stitch pattern for, she will also use the fabrics in her line to go with it. So in her, I believe this was a summer line, there's one called Anchored Life, and she has made a pillow out of this. And looky there. This is, trying to read the back of it, Serena Shores Paisley Shells. So that she used on the outside around her pillow. And this one I really like. It's very, very eye-catching, where she has done Beach Day with Emerson and has used Ralph Waldo Emerson's phrase around the outside, and then she used the blue to go on the back, and she has put it in a white frame. So these are just some tips for you to help you finish your cross stitch and to coordinate things with the designer. If you love Robin Pickens fabrics, you'll love her designs, and you can meld the two together and you have crossed over. So just wanted to let you know about those. We have these back in the cross stitch department. They are with the Robin Pickens patterns. Just look a little bit down from where the patterns are and you'll see the basket of fat quarters, and those should be enough to finish a board for the back of your cross stitch pieces. So have a great day and happy stitching.
Okay, I am sitting in our Always in Stitches waiting room. It's also the Peace classroom, spelled P-I-E-C-E. And so this room kind of is a multi-purpose room. We do have some classes in here. We have small groups of 2, 4, 6 people can come in here and just sit and stitch. Peter will sometimes take his lunch in here. Staff will take their lunch in here. We call this our waiting room, and if you've got somebody who's waiting on a customer who's shopping, we want them to be comfortable as well as the customer to be comfortable. So we've set this up. There's actually a television in here. You can just sit and kind of relax for a minute if you want. We had a nursing mom in here the other day who was with her baby. So we want to create an environment for you that feels safe and feels secure and that you can be comfortable. And that's what this room is set up for. So if you're ever looking for someplace just to sit for a few minutes, come on in. Our Peace Room is available to you. When there's a class going on, you might have to share a little bit of information with what the class is doing, but at least we have a place for you to kind of relax and sit down for a minute. And I'm just going to tell you, I sat down on this couch and I may not leave today. This is a pretty cozy seat. It feels good. You've got a blanket if you want to cuddle up and take a nap. How good is that? So what I'm here to talk to you about, though, is First Friday. Oh my gosh, y'all know we're open now on the first Fridays till 7:30. So that would be October 3rd. I think it's November 5th, and I don't know which date it is in December, but the Friday evenings of the first Friday of each month, our Noblesville downtown merchants run a special program where they encourage all the merchants and the restaurants to be open and run specials and do particular things to make it fun. Well, we're getting on that wagon and we're participating. And the first Friday we had a sale. We did a clearance sale. Well, this first Friday coming in October, which will be October 3rd, from 4:30 to 7 p.m. And have I got that centered up there okay, Peter?
Yep.
Okay. So from 4:30 to 7 p.m. we're doing a Make It, Take It holiday program. And these are really not overtly holiday that you will choose. You've got these 4 projects that you can make. This is a bookmark. You can use it as a bookmark. It's a big paper clip with a yo-yo on it. This is a key fob, so you put a little ribbon on a key fob. This is a yo-yo that you can use as a coaster. I actually put these because they're wool. I put them in like my car, in the little car, the round thing where I set my drinks, because it soaks up the fluid, so it's really nice for that. So they are great for a coaster. And then this is a little wooden ornament, and there'll be several to choose from. This one happens to be a fox. There'll be a tree and I don't know what all, but you'll have not just these materials to make with these. You can pick the material you want so it will be unique to what you make. But these are some examples of what you'll be able to make that night. But they will be these 4 projects. You'll just have different materials to make them look different. It's $10. This is a bargain when you consider you'll have a staff member who will be helping you learn to make the project, and all the supplies and materials are included to make these. So it's going to be a really fun event. We've limited the space of how many people we can take for this event. We will be doing it at our Always Next Door Event Center, and it will be that very first Friday. I would suggest this would be a great program to bring your kids to if they want to make projects to give to their teacher, or learn this skill, and then you could buy the supplies and then you could make more of them to give as Christmas gifts. So we wanted to do it early in October so you have plenty of time to get ready for the holidays and have these as gifts. So I hope you'll be able to come to that. $10 Make and Take. It's live on the website now, so you can register for that, and don't miss this opportunity. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So that's the Make It, Take It. And speaking of our website, what I want to tell you is we've reorganized the way our classes are listed. Websites are kind of one of those things that not everybody can always navigate them in an effective way. I think it's hard sometimes to find everything. And honestly, we have so many classes. It's hard for us to get every class listed, and it's a rather long list. So now, originally they were sorted kind of by what they were, whether it was a class or whether it was an event. Well, now we've sorted them by what you're doing. So all the knitting classes are together, all the long arm classes are together, all the quilting classes are together. There's some classes that are called fiber arts, where we've got the pin loom class, we've got the ephemera class that Jamie teaches, things like that. So if you're looking for classes and you go to our website and you're there quite often, you might go, oh, wait a minute, they've changed it. We did that to try and make it more searchable for you, so you don't have to look at all the long arm classes if all you really want to look at are all the knitting classes. So check that out on our website if you're not on our website. The other thing, and I say this all the time, but really and truly, so much of what happens in the store goes out in our email every week. And if you're not getting our email, please go to our webpage and sign up on our email. I know several of you are moving away from social media, specifically Facebook, and some of those social media platforms kind of have content that we don't always want to saturate in our lives. So we're trying to give you other options to find us. This YouTube channel is one, as well as we are also on Pinterest. I mentioned Maggie earlier. She handles our, TikTok. Maggie handles our TikTok account if you want to watch TikTok videos that she does that are absolutely charming about what's going on in the store, as well as we are on Pinterest, we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, and everything we do is just so that we can try and reach out to you and stay communicative with you. So check the classes on the website. And then the other class I want to talk about is one that I'm actually teaching, and it's a Tuesday tips and tricks. And what we're going to do in this class is it's only $40 and it's 5 sessions. So that's less than $10 per session of this class. And it runs the third Tuesday, I think it's the second Tuesday of every month. I'm going to say that's wrong. I want to say third Tuesday. Peter, we're going to have to fact check me on that one. But it's a Tuesday, and it's on the website, and it's under classes, quilting classes. And what we're making each month is a different project. So one of the first things we're going to make is called it's a little bag. I don't know that there's even a picture of it here. I'm looking. Yeah, it's a little just mini charm bag. So all of these classes are made with pre-cut products. And this one will be a mini charm. So you're going to sew the charms together and put a zipper in. I'm going to teach you how to do a zipper. So that's one project. Another project we'll be making is a quilt with fat quarter squares. So this is a turning 20 quilt. You can make that. You'll get this pattern. And that's what you get for your $40. You get the patterns for free. So the patterns are included in the price of the class. Turning 20 pattern, you get the mini charm pattern. You get a jelly roll rug, and this is a little different than the other jelly roll rugs that you have to sew in a circle that get all bendy and twisty. This is a different technique. I think you'll like it better. But we're going to make a jelly roll rug. You can make it rectangular, you can make it round, or you can make a half semicircle. We're also going to make another quilt. This is called Cinnamon Toast. We're going to use layer cakes for that. This is one of my favorite quilts in the world to make. It is so fun, so fast, so easy, and really looks complicated, but it's not. And then the other thing we're going to make is this little mini charm bag. So this one does not require a zipper, and it's a great bag pattern though. This is kind of the basic bag pattern that from this you can launch any other bag that you want to make. So if you've not made a bag before, this is it. You do sign up for the whole series for $40, and even if you don't attend the class, we will make sure that you get the pattern. But the class is not a sewing class, it's just a lecture class. So you'll come in, we'll spend about 45 minutes reviewing what you need to know to make these projects, and we'll also have a show and share. So you'll be able to participate and show us what you made with these patterns, and there'll be prizes and swag and stuff like that. So it's really an inexpensive little class that you can sign up and have a lot of fun. It's a great fellowship time. It's Tuesdays from 1:30 to 2:15, so it's just 45 minutes out of your day, and it's a lot of fun. So I hope you'll sign up if you're in the area and can come visit us for that. Or if you're not, just plan to visit us once a month on that Tuesday and come hang out with us. Okay, I think I've hit everything on the subject. Peter, I've just talked so fast I'm not giving you a word edgewise. Peter, what do you want to say to the gang?
I don't have anything to say.
You don't? Oh, come on. You've had a good weekend?
Oh, there was a person who commented on one of the videos that they said that the the videography was terrible, and I said, my reply was, oh, you should have seen it before I put the camera on the tripod.
Right,
So
yeah.
I got a kick out of that.
Yeah. I will tell you, Peter really invests a lot of thought and time into trying to make these videos as good as we can. But yeah, I think, somebody's always going to be disappointed in the sense that they don't think it's exactly perfect. But we do the best we can, and perfection is not the goal here. We're just a local shop trying to give you information, and so I really appreciate Peter's work on the videography and putting it all together. And it doesn't just happen. You don't just turn it on and click, there it is. There's more to it than that. So give him a little grace, folks. We're doing the best we can with what we got. So I think that's all for this week. Hope you're having a wonderful stitchy day wherever you are. We so appreciate that you watch this channel. We hear from you when you come in the store. We know you comment and you care about us. We care about you. And we want you to enjoy your crafting. And if there's something you would like for us to offer that you haven't seen yet, put it in the comments or shoot Deborah an email. It's orders@alwaysinstitches1.com is our orders department. Deborah pretty much runs that area and does all our online fulfillment and takes care of call-in shopping. So if you've seen something I've shown you and you're like, oh, I really want that, and I don't want to take the time to fiddle with the website, you can call in at 317-776-4227. Deborah's here every day but Friday. She does get a day off because we all need that. And so she won't be here on Fridays, but you can call any other day and talk with Deborah, and she's happy to help you find whatever it is you're looking for. So on that note, I'm going to say farewell. Have a wonderful stitchy week. We'll see you next time. Bye.